All right, let's get back to our first alert weather right now. What's in the air right now? You know,
Right.
I mean, it's actually pretty clear. I feel like at least here in the valley, but we've been dealing with a lot of. It's been pretty active here over the past couple of days, but drying out. But it sounds like it's not going to last that long, right?
Right. The snow we can't identify, right? That's one of those objects that we know. Let me show you.
I got you.
But it's, I mean, and we're measuring in feet this time. Look at that. Instead of all those inches, I just put them into the feet form, and I'll tell you, 9.5 feet, Palisades style. Boy, I mean, just some out of control numbers right there. That's how we'll end it off since Sunday. So yeah, we started getting real busy weather-wise. We were seeing 1 to 3 inches in the valley as far as rainfall totals, and of course we brimmed over that. We got up to about 4 inches in many locations, even 5. You get into the foothills too, and then there was some low snow. And boy, that wrap-up is just phenomenal to see that kind of stuff. So what's coming in next? What's next, Brian? Right? We can't have any breaks, right? Well, we do get actually an extended break. And you know, in weather, timing is everything. So if things slow down or speed up, that changes the entire forecast. Well, it's not changing that dramatically, but Sunday doesn't look as wet as it first, looked earlier in the week. So things are changing a little bit. We've even shifted our first alert action day. It'll look more like this as we get into the weekend, maybe with some more dense cloud cover, but still relatively dry conditions here. Maybe not so much for the North State, but I'll throw in Futurecast and you'll see what I'm talking about. Nothing really happens through Saturday, and even Sunday looked a little more interesting weather-wise. So we were watching it very carefully. If this were to kind of slide its way down south a little bit more, but it likely would just kind of get hung up in southern Oregon and really the Pacific Northwest. So that's the next area of low pressure. Deal is it's pulling in some nice southwesterly moisture. So what comes in really for next week, and this one looks like it's going to be a little postponed, not entirely out of the picture to get a light shower or even for Monday as well. But once it comes in, it's going to be slightly different with the temperatures because it comes from a different source region. See how it's all being pulled up from the south. So Monday's not a big rain day either. So we've shifted our first alert action day to Tuesday because this is what happens. We start to get a little more active there, and we already have areas that are super soaked, and that's why it's a first alert action day. A lot of this will be runoff, and we'll ring out snow in the mountains as well, but for the most part, that will be 5,000 feet and above, if not 6,000 and above. So no low snow this next event, but look at those cold temperatures for tonight. 9 degrees Incline Village, no surprise there. Maybe not quite 230, but middle 30s there. And then these temperatures will come up for next week as well with that warmer storm, slightly warmer. But either way, you can see those are some cold numbers for tonight. Plan on it. So Tuesday's our first alert action day. Notice more 60s start to show up, more 50s for overnight lows instead of 30s. So a cold go of it again for tonight. The weekend looks relatively decent. Like I said, I could see us eking out a shower Sunday and Monday, but we're not overselling it now. It looks like a shift to Tuesday, and that can happen. We always adjust and give you the first alert when that happens. First alert action days for the foothills and for the mountains as well. So plan on that. Temperatures that were in the 30s turn to the 40s, and temperatures get back into the 60s for the foothills. And it's about time you're ready for some of that. That snow didn't last long, but when it did land, it was pretty cool to see. All right, back to you, Brady.